That's one of the key passages which the early Christians looked back to when they were thinking about Jesus himself as great David's greater son, the promised Messiah. But in order to understand the passage, we have to put our later hindsight on hold for a minute and see it in its own setting and context. What has happened? David has become king over all Israel. It's an extraordinary moment. He is settled in his house, and the Lord had given him rest from all his enemies. That's at the beginning of the chapter, and we already hear little echoes of the book of Genesis there. He's in his house, and he's been given rest. And so David now thinks, well, here I am. I have this marvelous house, but we still have this tent, this tabernacle, this tent that was there in the wilderness, and God is living in a tent. What's that about? David decides it would be really good to build God a proper house. So he says to the prophet Nathan, his court prophet, this is what I have in mind. And to begin with, it sounds as though that's going to be a good idea. But then the Lord says to Nathan, go and say a different word to David. The Lord declares to you that the Lord will make you a house. What's that about? It becomes clear. The word house is being used in two senses. On the one hand, it's a building. On the other hand, it's a family.